Thank you for attending iGive Beginners and Beyond. It is my pleasure to introduce Kim Logan, who has a couple of questions for you before she gets into the meat of the presentation.
Hello, everyone. Pardon me if I have a scratchy throat. We have entered a second winter here in Chicago, and my body is reacting accordingly. Excuse me. See, there we go. So before we get started, we'll give folks a chance to join in, and I'm going to ask just a few questions to see who we have joining us today on our webinar. Our first question is basic. How long have you been with us at iGive? Our second, hopefully easy question. Is this the first time you've attended a webinar? And last but not least, are you one of our cause administrators? If you don't know what that is, chances are you're not, but we'll get into that a little later in the presentation. All right, it is just after 11 a.m. and those are the questions that we have.
So again, thank you for attending iGive Beginners and Beyond. Here's a screen that helps you if you are having problems logging into the webinar, hearing the audio. And again, we are recording this, so you'll have a chance to review it at your heart's content or share it with other folks who support your cause. The other thing that I'd like to request of everybody is ask us questions. It is much more fun if for no other reason that sometimes we don't know the answer, and so we have to sort of wing it. With that, I am going to throw the microphone, the virtual microphone, over to Kim Logan, who runs operations for iGive.
Thank you, Rob. Today we have just sort of a quick overview for beginners and beyond of our iGive.com platform. We're going to talk about getting donations when your supporters shop, the iGive button, which is the easiest way for members to earn donations as they shop, how to spread the word, and then of course, time to answer your questions. Are you completely new to the idea of iGive? I noticed from our poll that several of you are new. Welcome, we're happy to have you. A lot of folks join iGive because they hear about us from a friend. They might see a social post, or somebody might mention at a PTO meeting that they have this great way to raise money called iGive.com. And you joined because you're a very good friend, so thank you. iGive actually launched back in 1997 with the idea that every purchase can make a difference. We have over 35,000 charities in both the US and Canada, and every purchase made online at an iGive partner store means a donation for one of those causes. Now, if you are familiar with a program called Amazon Smile, this probably sounds very familiar to you. About 5 years ago, I think it's still 5 years ago now, Amazon created a similar idea. We actually, as I said, have been doing this since 1997, so we've learned a thing or two in that time and are better than Amazon Smile in our very humble opinion. We allow our causes to send a personalized thank you to any and all members who are shopping via iGive. We have over 2,000 retailers, including travel aggregators and entertainment opportunities like StubHub and Ticketmaster. And donations from iGive.com shopping is on average 3%, which is much higher than the standard 0.5% provided through Amazon Smile. If you want to see it in black and white, or in this case, red and green, here's a side-by-side comparison. These first few tips are for our cause administrators. Most of you I see are members as opposed to administrators, but listen in because hopefully you can share these tips with whomever is in charge of your cause's fundraising. They may be the cause administrator, but not necessarily know about all the opportunities that iGive has to offer. The cause toolbox is something that administrators only have access to, and they can log into that to see their supporter list. This supporter list is broken down by year, and from this page, they can download an Excel file of supporter names and emails, and we can also send them an automatic email with various messaging. Most causes will send an annual Christmas card, holiday card, also a year-end thank you or request for more donations. We allow you to do that via email anytime you feel the urge to just shout from the rooftops that your supporters are the best. We have automatic templates. You can either use our language, which is fairly basic, or you can really gush and get personal, and these emails can be triggered for various reasons, including when you received your latest check from iGive. You can send a note to all of those folks whose purchases specifically were paid out in that check. Now, there is some cutting and pasting involved because this email will come from your cause administrator's email directly as opposed to coming from iGive. This makes sure that the member knows that the cause is the one who is directly benefiting and directly thanking them. Another really easy way that cause administrators can help spread the word is by linking your cause Facebook page or group to iGive. We have set up a variety of automatic postings, including registration links to encourage members to sign up for the first time, a button reminder to let folks know about the iGive button and how easy it makes all of this work, a thank you post, just like that email. You could also send an automatic post on Facebook saying, hey, we just got a check from iGive, thanks to all of you. Now, from this setup page, the cause administrator can set the frequency of those messages, as well as deciding which messages specifically they want to send. You can also link to Twitter, and there are links to specific tell friends about iGive, again, email messages that are pre-populated, or a URL link that they can put directly on your cause's site. So for our members, again, welcome to our new folks. This is the iGive.com homepage before you've signed in. Over here, folks can register. Right here, we've got the member sign in button. iGive partners with 2,000 plus stores. And in order to help your cause, all you have to do is shop at one or more of them. Once you're logged in, you can see a variety of helpful links. Shop and search allows you to search our 2,000 stores, or you can use this box here. My stores is a benefit that we have where you can favorite the stores that you shop at most frequently. Every time you see this little icon anywhere on our site, if you click it, you can add that store to your favorites, and that will show up right here. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. That'll show up right here on your home page under the Your Favorites box. You can also just see a list A to Z of all our stores. You can check out your stats to see how much money your shopping has raised. Your cause has specific tools that are available only to that cause administrator, but also as a member, you can get your cause join link, which is a shortened URL that you can share anywhere online, and it helps folks to access your cause directly when they register, as opposed to having to search and find you. And again, this Tell a Friend will take you to a page with all sorts of options. Settings is where you would update your mailing address, your name, how frequently you want to get emails from us, and also if you decide to change your cause, this is where you would do that. We deal with a lot of smaller causes, and sometimes they aren't as successful as they hoped to be, and they do close down or they merge with another cause. And instead of allowing your shopping to go unused, we highly encourage you to select a new cause at that point, and you can do that from the settings page. Further down on the home page, we also have some featured offers. Simply clicking on one of these links will take you to that store, JCPenney, Gap, Kohl's, and any purchase you make from that point will benefit your cause. You don't have to add a coupon code. You don't have to tell the store. You don't have to email us. It's simply tracking because you clicked the link from our site. We also like to highlight on our homepage distinctive donations. So we're already at rates higher than the 0.5% from Amazon Smile. But once in a while, our stores like Things Remembered or One Travel will offer a higher donation rate than they normally do to iGive for a limited time. You've got 5 days left if you want to get something from Things Remembered and earn 3.2% on your purchase instead of our normal 2.4%. We also highlight on this homepage our newest stores. As I mentioned, we're over 2,000 store partners, and we are growing every week. I believe last week we added 3 new stores, and we've got a couple more in the pipe to add this coming week. I am going to mute myself for a moment so I can cough very quickly and not in your ear.
Well, thank you for that, Kim. So Kim left us on the iGive button screen. The iGive button is a browser extension that basically does the hard work of remembering those 2,000 different stores by installing it in your browser, whether that's Internet Explorer or Chrome or Safari or Firefox. When you go to a store, let's say you're going to Macy's and you just type Macy's.com into your browser, it knows that Macy's wants to help you help your favorite cause. So it's going to pop up something only when you go to a store that's part of the iGive network and say, do you really want to help your particular cause with your next purchase at Macy's? And we hope you'll say yes. So one of the great easy ways to take advantage of iConsumer is to use the iGive button when you do your desktop shopping. You're going to hear a little bit more about apps and some other things. Another thing that the desktop browser extension does for you is if you went and searched for a particular product. So here we searched for jacket. We see that both Uniqlo and Macy's have jackets that would result in a donation for your particular cause. It will also, if you clicked on that, it'd tell you how much. It might tell you if there's some specials. You could get very specific. So if you were looking for, in memory of the woman who basically created the fancy jeans segment, Gloria Vanderbilt jeans. I don't know if you can still buy them. It would come up with the various stores where you could buy Vanderbilt jeans, save some money because it'll also help figure out the pricing, and help your particular cause. It sounds like Kim is done with her coughing fit. Back to you.
Thank you, Rob. Yes, the little $ will take you to any coupons or savings offers that are valid through iGive and that store. And then the dandelion icon, some people think it looks like an inside-out umbrella. I'm pretty sure it's a very clear, beautiful image of a dandelion seed. I'm a big fan of our logo, and I think it's pretty neat that it's sowing the seeds of generosity, as it were. So this is how you use the button on your desktop. But if you are a mobile shopper and you prefer to use your phone or your tablet, we do have apps available in both the Apple Store and Google Play. So if you're an Apple user or an Android user, we have you covered. Here is where those favorite stores actually come in handy, because if you're like me, browsing on your phone is not the easiest thing to do. But if on your desktop you favorited maybe 10 different stores that you visit all the time, it's going to be really easy to see those 10 stores on your phone because you've marked them as My Stores. But we do also highlight the hot deals and those distinctive donations as well. So that is how you use iGive to shop and raise a little money. I mentioned earlier the stats page, so we're going to take just a little bit of a deeper dive in there. When you and all the other members supporting your cause raise $25, we will send a check. Now, we do still live in a world where check processing is not automatic, and there are some fees involved. So in order to make it free for you and free for your cause, we do have that $25 minimum, which
So
may sound
those fees aren't applied to the charity. iGive is paying the fee.
exactly no fee to the cause or the member. Amazon Smile tends to reduce their costs by sending checks twice a year, but we know that bills come a lot more frequently than that, and we want to do our best to get the money that you have raised to your cause as quickly as possible. There is a 75-day lag, and that is actually imposed on the stores because they need time to process returns and any other issues. So if you buy that jacket from Macy's.com and it didn't fit, but you return it in, say, 10 or 15 days, they have to process that return, they have to tell us, and then we have to update your stats accordingly. It's not an arbitrary date. It's literally how whenever we find out from the stores that the purchase is valid. So we'll send those checks. You'll get an email saying that we have sent your cause a check. And if you are a cause administrator, this again is a great time to say thank you.
We have a question from Jennifer who wanted a little bit to drill down on that. She asks, if I return that purchase at Macy's, is my donation reversed as well?
Yes, it is. We only get money from the stores on valid purchases that have not been returned, which is why we do have to give that 75 days to allow for returns to be processed. Thank you for your question. And again, anyone who has questions, feel free to type them in that box, and Rob will either stop me as he just did, or when we get to the end, we can try and cover anything that got missed along the way. Besides shopping, the number one best possible thing you can do to help your cause earn money with iGive is to tell a friend about your cause and iGive and how well we can work together to support your cause. Those tell a friend options that I mentioned from that homepage menu bar. We have Facebook posting, we have tweets that you can automatically share, we have email messages. This little button here will copy that message to the clipboard, and again, you can send that from your personal email account. You may have noticed that you are more likely to open an email directly from your friend than you are from a business, even a charitable one. So we highly suggest you send the message from your inbox, and you can use our message, or again, you can personalize it. Personalized is always better. We also have a personal referral link that you can share anywhere on social. If you have a blog, if you have your own website that's different from the causes, that's probably a great place to share that as well. That is my spiel with only one coughing interruption. I'm actually kind of proud of that. And I'm hoping that we've covered everything you need to know about using iGive to the greatest possible benefit for your cause. If not, please feel free to ask some questions. I am happy to do my best to answer them. If you do have questions that are not covered here or you don't feel like reaching out right now, a great resource for you is that link down on the bottom of this slide, support.igive.com. I'm actually going to pull up a live version of that just so you can see it. This is what our support portal looks like. You can search the portal. Recent news, you'll see that our iGive webinar for today was announced there, and when we get the recording of this, it will also be shared here in the recent news and in our knowledge base. If you can't,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
If you can't find an answer, go ahead and send us a ticket, which is how we can help you best and quickest.
So go back to that the portal for a second, because that fits in with a question that we have from John. He asks that $10 bonus donation opportunity. Does iGive send out any kind of reminders when we do these kinds of things?
We do. That's a great question. Thank you very much. We, from time to time, offer bonus donation opportunities for various things. This particular bonus was for $10 to any member that was referred and joined by June 15th and makes their first purchase by June 25th. So the referral portion of this particular bonus opportunity is over right now, but folks can still make their first purchase if they register during that time. And if you keep an eye on your email and our social channels, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Whenever we have a bonus donation opportunity, we will share that and shout it from the rooftops and hopefully encourage you to take advantage of those bonuses. As you can see, a $10 bonus donation is pretty generous. You refer 2 or 3 friends, you've already got that first check on its way to you when they shop.
So Angela asks a two-part question that's actually sort of connected with that. Angela is worried about getting too many messages, both email messages as well as Facebook messages. Is she going to get overwhelmed because she's an iGive member?
We allow our causes and our members to control the amount of messages they send. It is very personal how frequently people want to hear from us, and so we do want to make sure that they can tell us that. This settings link is where you can say yes or no to certain emails. There's one email, I believe, that is required as membership, and we send those out once a quarter just to make sure everything is working correctly. And the same for those Facebook posts and Twitter auto posts. You can say whether you want that to happen daily, weekly, monthly, or manually when you think of it.
So we have a question that I can answer. It's from Peggy. Peggy asks, how much money does the typical cause earn? And the answer to that is there is no typical cause, and it really depends on how many supporters a cause has signed up. So a cause that has 100 supporters will probably earn 100 times more than somebody who has a cause that has just 1 supporter. Now, how much does 1 supporter earn for their cause? What's that donation look like? Well, if you spend about $1,000 a year online, you're going to raise about 25 or 30 bucks for your favorite cause, which is a great thing. And just to talk about a little bit the range of causes that are supported by people it ranges from the American Lung Association or the American Heart Association, enormous groups that may or may not know that you care about them, to I noticed that Kim, you're supporting Babes with Blades, right?
That is correct. And regardless of the name, it is actually a theater company based here in Chicago. And for the last 20 years, they have been producing plays that focus on female empowerment and using stage combat to tell women's stories. So that is a cause that is near and dear to my heart.
And she's
But
awfully
only,
good with it. And
no,
she's awfully good with a sword too.
I am. But only folks in Chicago know about this. So it is probably one of our smaller causes in terms of the number of supporters. But I am a very avid fan, and I do tell folks as much as I can about Babes with Blades Theater Company and iGive.
Well, there you go. We seem to have run out of questions, and there is no point in keeping you here any longer. I'm going to give 10 more seconds to see if somebody posts a very last question. Kim, do you have anything that you'd like to say in summary before we close this up?
Just thank you so much for joining us for this webinar. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your feedback, and I'm sure your causes greatly appreciate all your efforts.
We do have one last question from Arania. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly. And she asks, would I have access to reading your PowerPoint slides instead of waiting for the news feed? So we don't publish the slide deck separately, but the video of this basically will be online later this afternoon. So we get around to doing that pretty quickly, and you can go back and forth in the video. So thanks for your question. Thanks to everybody for attending, and have a great week. And thank you again for supporting your cause, because it really is all these small, meaningful organizations that make a difference in so many lives.
Thanks, everyone.